Have you ever wondered why the smartest person in the room often makes the dumbest decisions? Why brilliant scientists fall for obvious scams? Or why highly educated people believe conspiracy theories that a child could debunk? There's actually a psychological explanation for this paradox, and it's more disturbing than you think. Because according to one of history's most profound thinkers, intelligence doesn't protect you from stupidity, it can actually make you more vulnerable to it. I'm talking about Dietrich Bonhoeffer's theory of stupidity, a framework that explains why some of the most intelligent people in history have made catastrophically poor decisions. Bonhoeffer wasn't just a theologian, he was a keen observer of human psychology who witnessed firsthand how educated, rational people could be swept up in dangerous ideologies. What he discovered will fundamentally change how you view intelligence, decision-making, and the hidden traps that even the smartest among us fall into. Because this isn't about IQ or education, it's about something far more dangerous. The first thing Bonhoeffer noticed was something that completely contradicts what we think we know about intelligence. Picture this, you're in 1930s Germany watching some of the world's most brilliant minds, scientists, philosophers, professors, gradually embracing ideas that would later horrify the world. These weren't uneducated people. They had PhDs, they ran universities, they were the intellectual elite. Bonhoeffer realized that stupidity isn't the opposite of intelligence, it's something entirely different. Modern psychology backs this up through what we call cognitive biases. Your brain, no matter how smart, has built-in shortcuts that can lead you astray. The smarter you are, the better you become at rationalizing these shortcuts. So the first trap is this: intelligence can become a weapon against itself. The more educated you are, the more sophisticated your ability to justify poor decisions becomes. Here's how to protect yourself before making any important decision. Ask yourself, am I using my intelligence to find the truth or to justify what I already want to believe? But intelligence alone isn't the problem. There's something even more dangerous that Bonhoeffer identified. The second element of Bonhoeffer's theory reveals why even the most independent thinkers can lose their minds in groups. Bonhoeffer observed that when intelligent people join powerful institutions or popular movements, something strange happens. They stop thinking for themselves. It's like watching a brilliant individual suddenly become a mindless echo chamber. This is what psychologists now call groupthink, the psychological phenomenon where the desire for harmony in a group results in irrational decision-making. Your brain literally rewires itself to prioritize belonging over truth. Studies show that even when people privately disagree with a group, they'll publicly conform to avoid social rejection. The second trap is conformity pressure. The smarter you are, the more you have to lose socially, which makes you more susceptible to going along with the crowd. Combat this by regularly seeking out people who disagree with you. Make it a habit to play devil's advocate with your own beliefs. Ask yourself, if I were wrong about this, how would I know? But there's a third element that makes this even more dangerous. What Bonhoeffer discovered next explains why smart people don't just make bad decisions, they make morally catastrophic ones. Here's where it gets really disturbing. Bonhoeffer noticed that intelligent people weren't just making logical errors, they were abandoning their moral compass entirely. Doctors who took an oath to do no harm participated in horrific experiments. Lawyers who swore to uphold justice helped create unjust laws. This happens through what psychologists call moral disengagement. When you're part of a system or ideology, your brain finds ways to justify actions that would normally horrify you. You start using euphemisms, blaming victims, or claiming you're serving a greater good. The third trap is moral rationalization. Intelligence becomes a tool for creating elaborate justifications for fundamentally wrong actions. Develop what I call moral anchors, core principles that you refuse to compromise, regardless of the situation. Write them down, review them regularly. And when you find yourself making exceptions, that's your warning sign. If this is opening your eyes to how your own mind might be working against you, hit that subscribe button. Because understanding these psychological traps is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover about how our minds deceive us, and I want to make sure you don't miss any of it. Also, drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever caught yourself rationalizing a decision you knew was wrong? Now here's where Bonhoeffer's theory becomes terrifyingly relevant to your life today. Look around you right now. Social media echo chambers, political polarization, corporate groupthink, cancel culture. Bonhoeffer's theory explains all of it. We're watching intelligent people make the same mistakes he observed nearly a century ago. The digital age has amplified every aspect of Bonhoeffer's theory. Algorithms feed us information that confirms our biases. Social media creates artificial groups that pressure us to conform. And the speed of information makes us react emotionally rather than think critically. Bonhoeffer believed that true intelligence required what he called intellectual courage, the willingness to stand alone, to question authority, and to accept uncomfortable truths even when they threaten your social standing or worldview. Modern research on intellectual humility shows that the smartest people aren't those who know the most, they're those who are most aware of what they don't know. They actively seek out information that contradicts their beliefs and change their minds when presented with better evidence. The solution is intellectual humility combined with moral courage. It's about being smart enough to know you might be wrong and brave enough to act on that knowledge. Start small. Once a week, find one belief you hold strongly and actively seek out the best arguments against it. Not to change your mind necessarily, but to understand why intelligent people might disagree with you. This builds your intellectual immune system. Bonhoeffer's theory of stupidity isn't just a historical curiosity, it's a survival guide for navigating a world designed to exploit your psychological weaknesses. The smartest thing you can do is recognize that your intelligence alone won't protect you from making stupid decisions. Remember, true wisdom isn't about being right all the time. It's about being wrong less often and recovering faster when you are wrong. The question isn't whether you're smart enough to avoid these traps. It's whether you're brave enough to admit when you've fallen into them. If you want to keep optimizing based on real science rather than popular myths, click on the video I'm displaying here. It dives into another crucial aspect of human performance that most people completely misunderstand. Because understanding how stupidity works is just the first step. The real challenge is building a mind that can think clearly in a world that profits from your confusion.